Alright folks, big happy Friday to you. It's May 3rd, it's a little past 6 p.m. I'm going to give you a little look, see what's going on here before I start flapping my gums. The heifer lot, I just brought out the last load from the heifer lot, with the exception of inside the shelter. I got to do inside the shelter with the open cab 6400 loader bucket. Loader tractor, obviously because of the height of the rafters. So yeah, I believe I've proved from now I couldn't give two darns about embarrassment, stepping over my words, lessons learned, screw ups. I like to call them lessons learned. Sounds a lot better. Yeah. Not to mention some indecision. I've been blasted for indecision before. I think indecision is kind of healthy. Take a second guess, second look at something, maybe do something different instead of a one-track mind of a decision's a decision and go with it. What I'm trying to say is, I cannot, in good conscience, put a pure stand of just oats in this 18.5 acre field, which was last year's sorghum, with all this beautiful caked on, highly toxic in a good way, fertilizer value manure on here. I can't do it. Just can't do it. I still got about 100 loads to go yet. 40 of them will be coming out here. I'm hoping there's another 60 to go out on last year's cornfield, which is going to be this year's sorghum field. What I'm trying to say is I made a decision last night. I'm putting this in the corn. It's a no-brainer. It's close to the farm. As you know, I have my corn done custom chopping. This is going into corn silage. It's a beautiful, well-drained field. In fact, it's almost ready. It'll be ready next week if I have the time, which I need to afford the time, to chisel plow this whole stinking thing. I'll still be hauling a lot of manure though. Only if this year's sorghum field is dry enough, because it is a wet son of a gun. That field is awful. I'm putting this in the corn. There's just no doubt about it. All signs point towards do it. Now, I had a pretty hefty corn program for this year. Hefty for me. Laughable to son is. I don't care. I was going after 40 acres of corn. About 15 acres plus for silage. The rest was going to go towards shelled corn for my grain rations. So what I'm doing is that totaled up to be about 3 different properties. What I'm doing is I'm deleting 2 of those properties which fit better for oats. This guy's taking place of those other 2 properties. This is going to go into pure corn silage, which is a good hefty 18.5 acres, which will damn near fill the 18-foot diameter silo, which is a hell of a lot more than what I had expected to do with those other 3 properties. The thing of it is I'm going down in acreage by deleting those 2 and adding this one. Not a huge deal. It's going to work out. I'll explain it more as time goes on. The only downfall of this whole decision making was that I'm going to end up with about 2 or 3 bags of seed corn that I don't need, which I guess is a good problem to have. It's not like I can't keep it, store it, and keep it for next year. So yeah, I changed my mind last night after running all this beautiful, stinky, smelly, dirty, rotten, beautiful golden manure. Yeah, I'm not putting it on too thick, but I'd have to say probably thick enough. I concentrated really heavy last night, and then this morning I finished it off with this immediate south end of this field here. This end always lacks in manure, basically because it's the end of the line, because we have a habit of starting from the north and coming this way. You can probably already see it. So yeah, I put down a good amount here. It's worked out real good. So yeah, little change in plans here, but it's all for the good. This is going into corn. Those other 2 fields are going to go into oats. But then there's that other cornfield. I'll show you it as time comes. It's 14 acres. That's going to be solely reserved for shelled corn. I'm a little worried about the deer damage that's going to take place out in that neck of the woods. But what are you going to do? We'll see what happens. So yeah, good happy Friday here. Things are going good. The heifer lot's completely cleaned out except for the shelter, which I might get it tomorrow. That, or I might go like hell on the cow yard and get out another 20-25 loads tomorrow or better. We'll see what happens. Things have gone pretty well indeed. There are some clumps out here that plays hell on chisel plowing and then disking. It can't be helped, especially when you're clearing out a lot. It's not like running the barn cleaner, folks. It's I don't want to call it hard pack, but it's damn near that. But it ought to work in real nice. See what happens. Hope everybody's doing okay. It's a good happy Friday. Hope you had a really nice week of work. Hopefully most of you has got the weekend to enjoy yourselves, or honeydews, yard work, and all that other stuff. Yeah, it's a beautiful weekend. Turned out to be a beautiful day up here. She's a little chilly. Of course, you know, I got this on. The old freebie Ducks Unlimited shirt. Sweatshirt, fleece, whatever you want to call it. She's a little breezy. Sun poked out for quite a bit here today. Otherwise, it's been kind of cloudy. It was 34 degrees this morning. But the key is it was dry today. Got a brand new bull calf just as of about 3-4 hours ago. I am not keeping that one back. That comes from a herd bull. Thank God for good documentation. It does not come from an AI sire. So it's obviously going to turn into a steer. We got some more calves. I can assume a calf tonight or maybe tomorrow. Maybe even 2 of them. We'll see what happens. The key here is we got about 4, maybe 5 more cows that have been AI bred. I need 2 more bulls. 2 more good, healthy bulls. And then I'll be set. That'll make 6 to start this bull program, which may or may not work, might fall on my face, but got to try something, right? Yeah. So yeah, just kind of sharing you the news here and my indecisions. Whatever, it's all good. I'm gonna keep hauling some loads of manure here, maybe another 2 or 3, maybe. And you know what? It's Friday night. I've had a long day. I've had a long week. Might just kind of get cleaned up and jump on the Ranger, go look at some fields, and I'm thinking bush latte time. I don't know. It's sounding good. We'll see what happens. So anyway, hope everybody's doing okay. We're going to talk to you sooner than later. There is a Shout Out Friday video coming. And tomorrow we'll probably take a damn good look at the cow yard. And you'll see the big difference in the pile of manure. I was off on my count on the heifer lot. I'll admit that. The heifer lot was beautiful, actually. It worked out great. I want to say I took 35 loads out of there. I doubt 40. Cow yard, that's going to be different. That cow lot's going to have, I'll just say it right now, 75 loads out of there. A little better than half of it's going to go to this field here to finish caking it, being that the decision was made for corn. The other loads are going to go across the highway which hauling manure across the highway is always a real tricky thing. You gotta hope you don't get the cops called on you because a little morsel of manure went on the road. The rest is gonna go out there when that field dries up. That's gonna go into sorghum. I got my sorghum seed. It's sitting at the mill. I'm not gonna tell you that I ordered a specialty, but according to what they carry, which is run-of-the-mill stuff, which works real good. Look what we did last year. I'm up in the ante just a little bit. I ended up getting my hands on a hybrid, and it won't be long and we'll be taking a good look at that. So yeah, all right folks, I'm done jabbering. Talk to you sooner than later.